Hey guys, I wanted to do a video about digital distribution. Now it had been on my mind for a while, but I didn't know whether or not to make a video about it, but I decided to do it today. So keep in mind this is strictly going to be, in my opinion, the whole digital distribution, whether or not it's going to be the future of gaming or the downfall. Once again, it's all opinion. So I'm gonna get started. So now I'm gonna look at this, or I'm gonna look at this from two perspectives. I'm gonna look at it from a publisher and developer standpoint. And I'm gonna look at it from a gamer perspective. Now, to begin, for publishers and developers, making like digital distribution to them would save a lot of money in terms of manufacturing and distributing the product to the stores such as GameStop, Toys R Us, Kmart, pretty much any place you can sell games. And two, to eliminate used games entirely, because we all know whenever you buy a used game, the developers and the publishers, they don't profit from the used game sales. And we know they make a game, but they gotta make that money. They gotta make the money. So if people keep buying used games, there's always that possibility. It's like if their products don't sell, game companies go under. We saw that with THQ. Their games weren't selling, and as a result, they went down. If used games continue to remain on the market, we'll see game companies, go down the toilet, because you never know. It could be Atlas, could be Bethesda, could be BioWare. You never know what could go down the drain due to used game sales. So that's another reason why they would like to get rid of that. And third reason why I believe they want to do digital distribution is to protect against piracy, because we all know that a lot of these developers assume that that a majority of us gamers would go around and steal their games when we don't. So we buy our games legitimately. We don't go online and steal them. But like I said, they're looking out for their investment and ensuring they make as much profit as possible, which is why digital distribution will be good for them. Now, on the gamer's side, I can see why there'd be a lot of outcry, because growing up as a kid, I love going to the store and getting the game. I love having that physical copy. I love having that ownership. I like to, if my friend wants to borrow a game, he should be able to do that. I should be able to give my game to my friend. But with digital distribution, you're taking that all away. It's saying like, sorry, dude, I can't loan you the game. You gotta download it, unfortunately. And that's gonna be a big bummer. And not to mention, especially on PC, we all know that unless your computer is protected properly, downloads have the tendency to slow down your computer and eat up your bandwidth. Now, let's look at the consoles. For example, let's look at PS3 and Xbox when it comes to downloading digital games. Like PS3, for example, look how long it takes to download those full retail games. I mean, look at the Wii U. How Nintendo, or basically, yeah, the Wii U can have digital downloads, but Nintendo is basically they're shoving digital copies down people's throats. And I know it sucks. It's agonizing to sit there and have a full retail game downloaded onto your console, and plus you have to take into the fact of the memory. It makes you wonder if digital distribution did take effect within the next 5 or 10 years. You have to do the math, like how many games could you download? For example, let's just say the PS4 and the Xbox One. Like somebody did the math, and supposedly you'll be downloading around to 25 to 30 games. And after that, if you want to get a new game, you don't have enough space. Well, you gotta delete some games. Unfortunately, having your game on the disc, it saves memory, but they wanna do away with physical media. Like I said before, to save on production and distribution. And some people like to use that analogy about used cars. Well, here's the thing: cars, they wear and tear. They wear and tear, just like books. And plus, a car is more of a need than a want. So you can't really use that argument when it comes to used games. Now, I'm not supporting digital distribution. I love having a physical copy of all my games, but if it happens within the next 5 to 10 years, then unfortunately that's just something we're gonna have to live with. But me, on the other hand, me and several friends of mine, we decided, digital distribution did take full effect. Then one, some of us will quit gaming altogether. We'll go collect retro games, become a retro gamer, or C, just switch to PC gaming and pretty much just give up on um, console gaming altogether, because it's just it's just sad. Like, honestly, imagine trying to download a full retail game on dial-up. Now, I used to have dial-up, but I don't anymore. But unfortunately for those people who do have dial-up, imagine trying to download a full retail game day one on dial-up. It would never get done. And plus, what happened if your internet went out? You're screwed. So you gotta wait again. It's just sad. But digital distribution, it might be a possibility in the future where every game is a digital download. It may take full effect, it might not. If it does take full effect, then developers, they would have to lower the price of their games, because that's one thing that does concern me about digital distribution: the price. Now, I know I made a video about EA raising the price of their games, and if other game developers follow suit on that, then every game we'd be paying $80. But if they decide to go digital, I think what will have to happen is that in order to ensure that people will buy their products digitally, they would have to lower the cost. For example, there are people this generation say opposed to paying $60 for the game, lower the price to $40 and 30, because think about it. The cheaper you make your product, the more people will be inclined to buy. There are plenty of games where I went into GameStop. They were new copies. They were $19.99 or $39.99, and they were impulse buys for me because they were a reasonable price. I find games like, if you just drop the price take the conventional 60. If you just drop the price $20, I guarantee more people will buy your product. One thing I forgot to mention earlier in the video, like in terms of digital distribution, why they want to do away physical copies. I mean, want to do away with used games, because, like I said, they got to make that money, and plus they're not profiting from used games. So, which is the sort of reason why we're seeing a decline of single-player games, and why so many games today have to rely on multiplayer just to survive, and plus microtransactions, because they know people would buy, and developers get that money to compensate for people buying used games. Now, if digital distribution did take effect, then maybe we'll see a decline in like these AAA titles. Maybe we'll see more, new IPs, because maybe developers will be willing to invest money in new projects and see what people like. But as of now, I don't think they're in a position. As of now, developers, they don't want to take that chance of putting new games in the market where everyone might not be too entitled. So what do? They release the same Call of Duty, the same Madden, the same FIFA, Forza, pretty much any rehash in the market, you name it, because developers got to earn that money somehow. They know people will buy them, because majority of the time people are just buying their games used, which, from their perspective, it makes sense why they want to go digital, to cut back. But we as gamers, we tend to save money on used games, because we all know that not every game that comes out is $60. It's just true. Like, we all have that bad story where we bought a game day one and found out the game was just not worth the money we saved up. But hopefully, probably like 5-10 years from now, we'll have to wait and see that if they decide to go full digital. We'll have to wait and see. This is just all theory. This is just all speculation. Once again, everything I said in my video is just all opinion, not fact. But we'll have to wait and see what the future looks like. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Like, do you think digital distribution is the future of gaming, do you think it'll have a positive effect or a negative effect? So you guys let me know, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.